Today is Saturday, July 12th, 2025. Today I want to talk to you about loving the wrong person. Let me know if you can identify with this and if this helps you. Abusers, manipulators, and liars are predators. They go out searching individuals that do not see their self-worth, and a lot of times these individuals, empathic individuals, are full of compassion and they feel like they have to help and save others. This is how, when we love the wrong person, can really mess you up. And in some situations, it can literally cost you your life. So it's important to pay attention to the red flags. And when you get ready, if you need to prepare yourself. When you see the red flags and you know that it's a very unhealthy situation, get ready to leave. I remember a situation with one of the individuals that I was married, and he had called in to his work and gave him a sobby story. I listened to the story that was full of lies, and once he was done, I said, "So since you've lied to them, does that mean that you are also lying to me?" And I remember he looked at me and he said, "Oh, baby, I would never lie to you." And when you are loving the wrong person and you have codependency, you feel that you need to save them or help them, loving the wrong person really messes you up. In other words, it can really fuck you up. And in my case, it almost cost me my life back in 2006. And this is a reminder, if you encounter people and you watch them and catch them lying to you, rest assured they are liars. And just like they're lying to other individuals, they're going to lie to you. We're living moments where it's time to cut out all those toxic relationships. There are many dysfunctional, abusive individuals, abusers, wife beaters, women beaters. They get away with a lot of stuff because they worked that individual, their target, to get them to the point where they broke them down so that you can't fight back. Not many people, not everybody escapes abusive, dysfunctional relationships involved with men, specifically with men, because the reality is a lot of the abusers are men. Violence against women. We tolerate too much, and many of us were programmed to tolerate disrespect, to tolerate bad behavior. I chose to break that cycle, and in doing so, I became the crazy ex. I became the villain. Eventually, I found out that I had been the target of massive smear campaigns, and I'm proud that I survived all that crap. And if you're living through that, my invitation to you is to educate yourself, surround yourself with people that empower you, that help you get through. Sometimes you have to practice self-care in private, because the majority of these abusers, they make sure that you don't educate yourself. They isolate you. They go through extreme measures to make sure that their targeted individual, that supply of amazing energy, they make sure that you don't have the help. And it happens to women, children, and yes, it also happens to men, because it is not gender specific for individuals to be abusers. So I just wanted to give you the heads up and a reminder that if you're in a relationship and you catch these individuals in lies, they're not going to stop. These people are, I can honestly say with my experience, they are unable to have healthy relationships. The majority of abusers with toxic and narcissistic behavior do not even have the capability of self-reflection, and therefore, the majority don't even acknowledge that they are mentally unstable and dysfunctional. So of course, since they think that they're the perfect individual, they will never seek out help. What they do is that the individuals, the ones that were targeted, the victimized, because we always want to fix things and get better, they launched us into this massive journey of looking for ways to become better. And in doing that for myself, I found out I had to swallow that hard pill that I was in very unhealthy abusive, dysfunctional relationships because I did not see my self-worth and I didn't love myself like I do now. So anyway, this is just a reminder. Choose you, okay? Choose you always. It's a me first revolution, and stay safe, because sometimes when the abuser knows that you're going to leave, things can really escalate and they become even more rageful and even more violent. So do take care of yourself, and do not allow other people to influence you and break you down even further by saying, well, if it was that bad, you should have left. No, prepare yourself, because safety comes first, and you have to get to the point where you have everything aligned so that you can escape. Sometimes you have to escape without preparation, but you can do it. I did it, and I know that other women, especially women with their children, can escape those abusers that love to control, and many of them will smear your name so bad, and it's because they don't want you to get help, because they want other people to also believe that you're the bad person. But we all know that abusers and narcissistic men and women do the Darbo technique, where they will blame you for everything that they are doing. So just be aware, and watch out for those red flags, and please take care of yourself.